Yo, what's up? It's DNA for sure. And this is my review on the movie versus the book Girl Interrupted. Now, this is my first. I need to get my fucking ashtray. This is my first review. I'm going to be doing. My next two reviews are going to be on the latest season of Bad Girls Club and Miller High Life, the beer. I'm just going to be doing random reviews. Anything that I feel like giving my opinion on. And this is the first one. Now, the book Girl Interrupted is about a girl in the 60s who was committed or at I don't know. She was she wasn't committed. She signed herself into a mental health hospital. Mm, one of the famous one of the most famous mental health hospitals in America, and I believe one of the most famous mental health hospitals in the world in the suburbs of Boston, Massachusetts. Ray Charles went there when he was going through detox because a lot of mental health hospitals offer rehabilitation, drug rehabilitation, and I think it was about six to ten celebrities that went there before her. Um, but she's in there. She has borderline personality disorder, and she is basically this is her journal. It's not a journal per se, but it's just details on her experience in the mental health institution. Um, this book I would give it maybe a 3.5 out of 5 stars. The characters were pretty. She gave a lot of detail. Her writing style was very poetic. I enjoyed it. And she documented the ongoings in this mental health institution very well. She's a natural writer. She has a personality disorder. She has mood swings. She feels a lot of emotions. She's very creative in the way that she did this. A lot of things were memorable to her and were worth writing about. There's characters that are OCD, that are bulimic, that are um, schizophrenic. Her roommate was schizophrenic and a habitual liar. And there is a chick that has Tourette syndrome, and in the 60s and before that they considered lesbianism and homosexuality to be a form of mental illness and personality disorder. And there was a lesbian in there for her lesbianism. There was a sociopath who was my favorite character in the movie. And I wouldn't recommend this book to someone who believes that they are crazy or if they do have a mental health issue or personality disorder. Just because reading this book is just going to make you feel like you don't want to hear another crazy motherfucker's voice or read somebody else's thoughts that considers themselves crazy or that has mental health issues and things of that nature, conditions of that nature, just because just because it's one of those things where you have your own problems. So why would you want to read about somebody else who has the same problems, or similar problems? Just like some people don't, just it's not even a selfish factor. It's just the fact that, why would I take on your issues and your shit? when I have my own shit, you know. um, I'm glad that I read the. I mean, I'm glad that I saw the movie before I read the book because I had a better understanding. It's not exactly the same like most books. You know, Harry Potter, the book is not the same as Harry Potter the movie. It's very different. Um, this book was written. It's not linear. It doesn't go sometimes, because in the beginning of the middle of the book, the character Daisy, she dies, but she keeps bringing her up and speaking about her as if she were still alive. But it's just because she stops and revisits certain events where Daisy was alive in the book. And that it wasn't confusing, but it was just like, why are you, why does she write this like this? And there's probably some symbolism behind it that I just didn't catch. But that could be confusing for some people. But it clearly states that she's dead. Now the movie was amazing. It's a pretty good fucking movie. It's one of my favorite movies. It's one of those movies, and it's long. It's like 2.5 hours long, or a little bit less. It's one of those movies that if you didn't have cable or TV, and you like to watch a lot of TV, that you could watch more than once a week. Maybe falling asleep or eat while eating. You know, 'cause I like to watch TV when I eat. The movie was pretty awesome. It was very dark. It showed only one character had any growth, and that was the main character, Winona. I think that's her name. Winona Ryder, the actress. But shit, I forgot her name. The main character's name. Um, her name was, I will remember. But Angelina Jolie's character was my favorite character, even though she was crazy as all hell. She was a sociopath. She was very charismatic and attractive and manipulative, which is attractive to a lot of people. She had a lot of friends, and then there were some people who couldn't stand her. Nobody was on the fence with Lisa. Lisa Rowe is her name. But the characters were very colorful. Their unity and their sisterhood was kind of inspiring. The chick, the main character, she grows, they show her character growth rapidly. She was only in there for 2 years, but still, how she interacted with the girls and the staff. And, she was she had a very attractive personality. And the fact that, I mean, they say if you have certain conditions, if you're unaware that you have certain conditions mentally, you won't really recognize that somebody else has that same condition. I'm bipolar. So, me interacting with other people that are bipolar before I was diagnosed or even recognized that I had mood swings and episodes, I didn't recognize that in other people just because I thought subconsciously that that was normal behavior for people to have mood swings, and I just didn't recognize it because that's something that went on within myself. I honestly thought that people that I've never seen angry before or sad before, I thought that there was something wrong with them, or they were just some extra special person. But anyways, the movie, I would recommend it to anyone who likes dramatic movies and likes to know about um who studies psychology. I think every psychologist should watch it, or anyone who has a loved one with any mental health issues or just needs a better understanding. I mean, this is not the DSM-5 or whatever it's called, but it is something that would help you understand what it's like to be in certain situations, in certain environments, and to be in a certain condition. Um, in the book, I think that they should have put the second Lisa because there were two sociopaths named Lisa in the book, Lisa Rowe and Lisa Cody. I think they should have put her in there. They should have showed Lisa Rose in the movie. They should have showed her abilities a little bit more. I mean, she did. She made Brittany Murphy's character kill herself in that book. I mean, in the movie. She talked about how her dad molested her and had sex with her and bought her a house or bought her an apartment. And that made her super depressed. And she took some Valium and played a sad ass song, which is an awesome song, but you should not listen to when you're drunk and you just broke up with your girlfriend. Tip. She played that song, hung herself, and she went through her pockets, took her dad's money, and left. She manipulated people to let her do a lot of things and to distract people and to get things that she wanted in the book and in the movie. In the end of the book, Lisa had a child, and she turned into this suburbanite mother, and uh yeah. But the book, I already said I give it 3.5. The movie, I would give it 4.9, just because nothing is perfect to me. Um, except for Scott Pilgrim versus the World. It's one of my favorite movies. Um, that's my review. What I would change about it, a little bit on the plot and the history of both the book and the movie, how they compare. I recommend them both. Except, well, like I said, if you feel like you're crazy or you feel like or if you do have a mental illness or personality disorder, I wouldn't recommend the book because it's just going to be boring to you. Now, if you're a mentally healthy person and you feel like you're normal and you are normal, then take a crack at it because you get to enter the mind of this chick. You get to see her progress, and just her style of writing is very entertaining. And that's it. My review on Girl Interrupted. DNA for sure. Peace.